Now, there's lots of SDKs that AWS has out there that you can download. I put the link there at the bottom of the screen. It's just aws.amazon.com/tools. And you can see SDKs for all these popular programming languages. Android, iOS, everything is out there. You'll see that they do support pretty much everything you want. .NET, C#, C#, and .NET, C++, Python, Go, PHP, Java, all those SDKs. Okay. All right, so when you want to install an SDK, basically there's different procedures for each one. And again, you could find the detailed instructions on that link that I put on the previous slide. Here's an example for PHP. You want to use Composer. That's the recommended method. So you create a directory for your application, and then you basically install Composer. Once you've got Composer installed, then you basically do the PHP composer.var require, and then the AWS SDK for PHP, and that will install the AWS SDK files in your directory. Then when you're using them in your application, it's just a matter of going require vendor/autoload.php, and that will make all the AWS SDK methods available to your application. For Java, right, basically they have two options. One is just to download and install the Toolkit for Eclipse, okay? And I highly recommend this. It gives you a lot of functionality besides giving you the Java SDK. There's a whole way to manage all of your AWS services right from in Eclipse. You don't even have to go into the management console. Like, you can create instances and all that type of stuff right from Eclipse. So definitely recommend that you download it. Again, I put the link there. It's just aws.amazon.com/Eclipse. If you don't want to do that, or if you're not an Eclipse user, you can just download the SDK directly. Again, I put a link there. And then basically you just want to update your class path to be able to locate the Java SDK. For .NET, there's a procedure for that where basically you just download .NET and then include the libraries in your Visual Studio. There's also a Visual Studio plugin for Amazon that gives you a lot of the same things I was talking about with Eclipse. So if you're a Visual Studio guy, you can get that and basically manage your AWS services from inside of Visual Studio. For Python, they use something called Boto. So basically Boto 3 is the name of the SDK, so you just use pip to install Boto 3 and then just import it in your code.